Good morning, everybody, or good day, good afternoon, whatever point you're reading this video. I just want to say we're back. Free game is back. I told you we weren't really going anywhere. I just took a little break. And for all the people telling me, man, post more videos and stop playing that damn guitar. It's a little rude, but anyway, I'm back to it. So before we jump into the next full kind of like season of the free game web talk, I just kind of wanted to take a minute to sort of go back over the why and the purpose of it and give a little bit more of a background as to why I'm doing this. I briefly touched on it in the first video, but again, the reason behind this is simply to get out the information. It's the lack of information, the lack of knowledge of or being introduced to something that hinders growth and just doesn't allow for anyone to participate in something that could be very meaningful and something that can do well for them. So again, I was blessed that my uncle introduced me to this when I was in physical therapy school. I actually get this question a lot too. Well, what do you actually do? So I'm a physical therapist. I've been in management roles, executive leadership in healthcare, worked in business development, continue to work in business development, and I'm a direct care practitioner, which means I see patients also. So that's sort of what I do as a profession. And some of the things that I have done, and I've been blessed to do those things, and it's opened doors for me. That's been wonderful. Met a lot of wonderful people who've given me opportunities to do these things, and I'm very appreciative for them, and they're very important people in my life. So thank you. You know who you are. But going back to my uncle, when I was coming through physical therapy school, he would send me information and articles and press clippings in magazines, Smart Money, Kipling's, dated 2011. This one's dated 2010. But he said others throughout my time in school, just, he would actually highlight certain sections of the magazine. He would say, read up on this or understand this or look into this, which piqued my curiosity. One, because I never even heard of it, never even knew what that really was, investing was, and none of this stuff. Because again, we weren't introduced to it. And I think this is something that should be done in schools. Don't even get me on that soapbox. But I think this is something that should be more of a formal education rather than some of the stupid stuff that they actually teach us. But anyway, he would send me these magazine clippings and we would talk about it and discuss it. And it was just great. So I want to do the same thing that he did for me, right? Just providing the information, right? And one of the beautiful things that he also did was he never actually told me exactly what to do, exactly what to invest in. There's a bit of beauty in that, I believe. One, I think it's like you could make your own decisions. You're a grown man. But two, you might figure out something or do something better than I am. So I don't want to put a ceiling or a cap on that by telling you exactly what to do, right? Instead, it's more teaching concepts so that you can then figure it out for yourself and figure out what direction you want to go in. It doesn't really take much for me to take the ball and run with it. So I just want to do that same thing through the free game web series. Again, nothing that I'm doing is, there's no monetary value in it for me, right? I don't make a dime more or less whether you decide to listen or take the advice or not. It doesn't affect me. And I know there's a lot of times there's a mistrust between, and I'm just going to be honest, people in our community sometimes taking advantage of people in our community, which I think is one of the worst things you can do, is take advantage of someone who doesn't have the knowledge or information that you have for monetary gain. So the first video in the series basically wanted to touch on that to say, listen, everything I'm doing is for the betterment of someone who's watching these videos. I'm not earning one dime or 1 cent more, whether you decide to listen or not. And if you decide to listen, I'm still not earning anything off of it. I'm simply giving you the information so that you can do with it what you choose to do with it to put yourself and your family in a better position. So with that being said, we're going to kick off what I call season 2, where we're going to talk more about some concepts of investing, along with getting into the nitty gritty of different funds and different stocks as well, because I'm getting a lot of those questions as well as, man, what exactly should I do? Or what account should I look at? I touch on that in a lot of the videos. But again, the most basic thing to start with, and one of the soundest things to start with, again, is opening a brokerage or a Roth IRA, putting money into it, and investing in index funds or exchange traded funds that mirror the S&P 500 or the markets as a whole. That way you're protected. So again, we're going to dive into it. Season 2 is here. The next topic we're going to be discussing is dollar cost average investing or lump sum investing. So next video is coming up. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for all of the positive feedback. Everyone that has started this journey and it has already paid positive dividends for you. Congratulations. Again, as I told you, the my pay, or the pay that I'm receiving from this, is seeing that someone is doing better financially and that their family's in a better place. So thank you so much. Continue. More videos are on the way. So keep the feedback coming. Other than that, have a great day. Oh, I didn't do the tagline. Remember, the game is free. It's free. But the discipline, damn, it's always sold separately.